you who don't remember, my name's Nick. This is Nichole. So this is my husband, Steve, who is officially my little pink sneaker now. Now he's officially on it. So yes, so he finally has seen the light. I've been with somebody for about a little over a year now, and I finally convinced him to give it a go. I think he finally was like, all right, because he sees these stories. I'm telling him about like how awesome it is, and I'll go into how awesome it's been for my parents and all that later. But I think he's finally like, yeah, maybe I should give this a shot. But anyways, I wanted to thank everybody for coming out. I know you're all busy, you have sports, you're tired after work, all that, but thanks for coming out. Let's see. I guess while you're here, be thinking about like why you decided to come, what goals you may have, like what questions you may have for the end, how we can help you. We're going to be going over the products and the compensation plan. And we'll try to keep it quick because you all want to get home to your kids and your families and all that. That is kind of the whole thing for comments. Let's see, anything else that I can think of? Obviously, there's snacks and drinks if you'd like anything. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But right out of the chute, who here all has tried Plexus products? So, all right, so pretty much most of us. If you wouldn't mind, if anybody here has a story they'd like to share, does anybody want to volunteer how they've helped you?
I will. Well, I'm from Nebraska, and I've been on it for 2 years now, and most of mine are health issues that I had. I mean, I had high cholesterol, I was pre-diabetic, and I had a lot of colon problems, and what the BioCleanse helped me a lot because I have like a fallen colon, and I was always on laxatives and stool softeners, and I put Miralax in my coffee in the morning and everything. And now I don't need any of that. I just take the 2 BioCleanse every morning. And then also I was in a car accident in '75. And so I lost my spleen. And when you lose your spleen, your platelets are high. My platelets have always been high. And since I've been on Plexus, my platelets aren't high anymore. And I always had blood in my urine. And I even been checked for kidney cancer, and the doctor just said some people always have blood in their urine. And I don't have that anymore either. So, and I've lost like 32 pounds and a lot of inches. I did a whole lot for 2 years, but I'm going to lose more.
And Ashlie says you don't really work the business, but you still are getting a pretty nice.
Just mute your audio.
I do. I get a really nice. She's the one who talked me into doing it. I didn't even want to do it.
I bought her first month. Yeah.
Yes, you did.
When I started, I'm like, Mom, you got to try this. She just went and found out she was pre-diabetic and all that stuff. She just said cholesterol was high. And she's like, no, thanks. I'm trying this stuff from Dr. Oz. She went on and bought like Garcinia Cambogia, which is in the Slim. But she's like, I'll just do this. I'm like, no, you're doing it. So I bought it for her. And then I kind of forced you to order it the second month. Because the first month she's like, I don't know if I really, need to take that. And I'm like, no, you're going to take it. So she had no choice, but then she loved it.
Yeah.
And like she said, she doesn't work the business, but she is a gold, which is the second rank up. And
I don't even hardly post on Facebook, just once in a great while.
You don't realize you're not selling though, because she works at a school.
Yeah.
And all the teachers, they find out she has it and they want it, and she gets customers and growing a team. So
I have like 31 people that are active.
That's awesome.
So
that's the way to do it, is to not sell it.
I know that's
what
what
you do.
Yeah. So I have a question for you. You said the first month you almost didn't order it again. So why?
Well, I didn't really lose any weight my first month, and I never measured myself. But then Ashlie goes, you might not have lost weight, but you're losing inches, because I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'll do it again. And then I really did notice I was losing the inches. I lost inches faster than I did lose weight, it seemed like. So.
And health-wise, I mean, you just, that first month, you're like,
yeah.
Because you didn't quite feel,
Right. I just didn't think,
that's her picture. You didn't pass it. I made a little picture for you.
Thank you.
These
You
are
didn't know you had this, did you?
Yeah.
thanks a lot. I have a few. Oh, it's been on Facebook.
Should I be worried? You got pictures on me too?
Not yet.
She's snapping before pictures.
So yeah, you told me this morning though you're officially down 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
Yeah.
How long have I taken it? About 6 to 8 weeks?
Yeah.
Because I lost the card where I wrote all my measurements. And
Yeah, I had the
day
directions written down for him, like when to take everything. And yeah, we
I
lost it
so
before.
somewhere in there though, 8 weeks.
Yeah, but the funny thing is he's always like Energizer Bunny. Like he'll come home, he's a pilot, and he'll be gone for 4 days. And come home after being out for like a whole day and mow our entire yard, and like he's always been like that. But now he's like Steve times 100. And he was Energizer Bunny before. He's always been able to like hang with the 20-year-olds at the parties, and now I have like 18-year-old Steve versus 25. It's not so bad, I'll tell you that. Well, a little bit about my story. I joined about 1.5 years ago. One of my girlfriends, actually Arianne, had been posting for a while, and then she got our other friend Monica into it. And once Monica kind of joined, I was like, all right, what is this all about? And so I started kind of watching, and I decided, I'm like, why not? I had my twins, was ready to lose some weight, just felt like crap all the time, super tired. And right out of the chute, I just felt better. I've had IBS since high school, and about a month in, I just didn't have it anymore. Like, didn't have the bloated, yucky feeling after every single meal. I just, just felt better. So I started kind of working the business, and that's actually been kind of the fun thing for me because I have 3-year-old twins. And to have something other than talking about my twins, because I've always had a job, I've always had a million irons in the fire, so it's nice to have something else. So the business and the community that comes with it has been really good to me, and that is actually one of my favorite things about this is the friends. But the fact that I feel better, no more IBS, I've lost weight, I've lost inches, I'm slowly starting to reach some goals. My weight loss, I would like it to go faster like everyone else, but I think once you hit certain things, it's always a little harder to lose those last few pounds. But the most amazing thing of all of this Plexus journey for me has been my parents. Yeah. I'm falling already.
All wrong with you.
You're making us all cry.
I don't know if she's gonna see her.
My mom and dad have been really sick for a long time. And they've been consistently taking Plexus products since I started. Begrudgingly, my dad has. I think he was doing it only just to support me. And he has been an addict pretty much my whole life. And he's been able to go off all of his prescription pain medications. He's just not a jerk anymore, like he's not depressed anymore, and he's just really become a new person, which, gosh, I can't believe I'm crying so much in front of everyone. I'm so sorry, but
No, you're fine.
of everything that has happened to me so far, thank you. That has been the biggest gift, is to see it help my parents, and they still have a lot of issues. They've had surgeries after surgeries, and they're young. My dad just turned 60, so the fact that they're in such bad shape is really awful, but I have literally watched these products transform them, slowly but surely. Like my mom went in, she's always had polyps on her colonoscopies. And this last time around, she didn't have any. They didn't have to go in. I mean, like crazy changes in her have happened. And it's been really life-changing for them. So that has been the biggest gift for me. I signed up for weight loss and I got so much more. And that is why I have these parties and why I share it with people, because it's really the legit thing. I mean, this is a real company that has products that work. They're all natural. You're not putting weird chemicals in your body. I just want everybody to know about them because they're awesome. So sorry to be a blubbery.
Yeah, that's life-changing.
Yeah, I really is.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to share?
I'll share mine. I started Plexus in February out of desperation. I have migraines really bad, and since for years, like 20 plus years, migraines where you kind of learn to tolerate. You got kind of pushed through. I have 5 kids. This is the oldest. And in February, though, I had 8 to 10 days of migraines in a row where it was like, okay, and I teach fitness classes. And so the combination of I was teaching fitness classes, trying to lose weight, started gaining some weight, even though I was teaching fitness classes, then the migraines. And so then the princess, Arianne, stepped into the picture. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. She'll tell you. I was like, I'm going to try it, but I'm going to get my money back. Like, so, I mean, poor Arianne, I would say, well, today, and I actually, the first 3 weeks were miserable for me because I really do think I had a yeast overgrowth. I think I did have Candida. I would text her, I'm like, my back hurts, I feel terrible, I feel like I have a cold, and all of those things were just the die-off of probably terrible lifestyle,
Right.
So I kind of knew that something was happening inside because since it was hurting, I thought, well, I'm going to push through. But I see why people give up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Why?
can see that. Right.
Why do I want to hurt myself?
Yeah.
But I knew, I was like, it's probably killing off some stuff in there. And then after that, really it wasn't constant 3 weeks. It was just every day or two. I was like, that hurts. This feels, And then my migraine, I had not had a migraine. I've had one headache is what I call, not a migraine, not the in bed feeling since February. So
Wow.
that
Good.
so
That
that
is good.
is huge. And I've lost 13.5 inches, not hardly any, like 7 pounds, which is not that much, but inches, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Pounds.
Yeah,
And so I'm sleeping well. I didn't realize I wasn't sleeping well until I woke up rested. And yeah, I just have more energy, and yeah, I'm really, really glad that honestly, it was like, well, okay, I'm gonna get that money back soon. And so then I didn't join as a master because I really didn't think that it was gonna work because I tried so many things. And so 2 months in, I decided, okay, because I was waiting for my cycle because they're hormonal. So I was waiting for my cycle, and I was okay. Well, that was a fluke that I didn't have it the first month. So then I waited for the second month. Like, well, here it's about to happen, and it didn't come. So at that point, I started as an ambassador. And honestly, I've been very surprised because I don't put a lot on Facebook either. I've already ranked up to silver, which is super fun. And I mean, really, my paycheck last month, even though it was odd. I mean, my husband was like, "Are you gonna make this every month?" So I've been very surprised that the compensation plan is really good. I mean, it's not. I really was looking like, how did that add up to that? And so anyway, that's
It's nice
my story.
going right out of the chute. You get your products paid for, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, it was the first month was pretty much my products, and then it's a little more after that. It really was amazing.
I have yet to pay for my own products. The first month I signed up, I've made enough to pay for my own products, which has been really nice because that was kind of our agreement was, if you're going to do this, you probably should make enough to pay for your own products. I did it easily. So.
I think most of us joined for that reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheaper, yeah.
Yeah, because my husband was very skeptical too when I did this. And then when we see the paychecks start coming in, he kept saying, wow.
Well, you're using it to add on the garage or your pantry. Get me your pantry and add on the garage. And
Right. And
yeah.
tell him what you do to your husband. Oh, he takes it, he doesn't even know it. I put it in his pink lemonade.
I said he's gonna go to the doctor and his cholesterol's lower. And he's like, see, I don't need that Plexus stuff.
Can you give me more pink lemonade? Yeah. He's a Mason, so he takes his lunch every day and he likes the pink lemonade. So
Oh gosh.
her husband, though, if he knew he was taking it, he'd be, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Exactly, he would.
And you don't need pink lemonade.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, that is hilarious.
I think my dad begrudgingly took everything just to support my business. And when I would talk to him, he'd be like, yeah, I don't really think it's doing anything. But my mom would say, his Wranglers are getting loose on him.
His Wranglers.
Yeah, so he portrayed as a total like old school cowboy. So yeah, he doesn't want to admit he's drinking a pink drink.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Because it's pink.
yeah, it's definitely more than weight loss. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it.
I'll share my story. Well, I'm Ashlie, and I joined, May was my 2-year Plexiversary, but I was in Kansas City, and my neighbor, I have 3-year-old twins as well, and hear them up there. And I was struggling with the baby weight. So my first,
We have 2 sets of 3-year-olds up there.
I know, and no one's watching. But I was struggling with the baby weight as well as doing, insanity workouts, trying to eat right. And just the last few pounds, I just couldn't budge. So my neighbor, who's also a fitness instructor, and she, or as you, but not, I'm not, but she gave me little pink packets, and she's like, you have to try this. And she's like, I'm down 5 pounds. And she said her hot flashes were gone. And she said, it's all natural. And I'm like, well, surely it won't work then for me, So I tried it over the weekend and I loved it. And I started as a customer, and my husband started sneaking it too, because he has no weight to lose really, but he liked the energy and focus he had at work. But I'm like, this is going to get expensive if we're both taking it. So I joined, and my neighbor told me, if you get 3 customers, yours is free. Technically, you get a paycheck that will pay for yours. So I'm like, okay, I can get 6 customers. So I told her I'm not posting on Facebook. I'm not doing the business. I had done Mary Kay way back when, and you had to buy all the product and stock it in your basement, and I was just not good at that. So I realized, though, people at work started asking me what I was doing. So my scrub pants wouldn't stay up. I was working as a nurse, and I went down to 2 to 3 12s a week. And so people are asking me, I got a few customers, bought my mom's, my mother-in-law ordered, and then pretty soon I was like, I got my first paycheck, and I think it was only like $200 maybe, but I was like, wow, this is.
It was only $200.
Yeah, it was only $200. But I mean,
I can handle that.
yeah, but I know.
Extra $200 a month.
So to tell you the truth, I did not even understand the comp plan for 3 months. My upline is just like, just cash it and we'll go over it later. I'm like, okay. So about a couple months in, I decided to work it as a business because I just realized it's something that everybody needs. And the more research I did on it as a nurse, I realized that it's so much more than weight loss. It's about getting your body in balance, and not like there's a billion other weight loss things out there. And most of them are not addressing the reason why we're unhealthy. They're addressing, it's a quick fix. So I started telling everyone about it, and I've made my first Facebook post, and 4 months in, we moved to New Mexico from Kansas City, and I was making enough to quit my nursing job and stay home. So I'm a full-time Plexus mama now. But I mean, I wasn't replacing my nursing income, but I was making enough to justify the daycare and stuff. I think it was about $1,200 a month I was making. So we moved there, and I just moved here in May, and I ranked up to Ruby in May. And so 2 more ranks, and it'll be Senior Ruby, and then Emerald is a trip to Maui, and she'll go over that too. The Lexus, and I've got my eye on the gold, but really it's like I said, I've not sold anything. I feel like I'm just sharing with people what I do. So I lost 12 pounds, and this is gross, but I had warts that I was going to the dermatologist for, and creams, and they're gone, like within 3 months, never came back. My keratosis is gone, those little red bumps you get on your arms and legs. Yeah, I had that pregnant, bloated feeling constantly too. It's gone. Food doesn't control my life anymore. Like, I'm always planning the next meal, and I just love it. My husband has a little touch of IBS, and he's off all his meds over the counter, and he just takes the probiotic vitamins. He also loves the Slim, and our cholesterol's never been better. So I don't have a huge health testimony, but those little things have improved for me. So that's what I love about it. And then, like, my mom, just that she's getting healthier, and Dad will be soon. I know we taught Carol in the start.
Whether he wants to or not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been fun. It's a family and friend affair. We just all do it together. And Mom and I got to go to Amelia Island, Florida, paid by Plexus 2 years ago. And this past year went to Orlando. So It's fun.
That's the best part, is you get folks who you work with. Like
Yeah.
buddies, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't have to work with that weirdo at work.
It really is.
You're a weirdo that they're your friend or your family.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the best part. Oh.
You want to share your story?
I think we should just dive in.
Okay, let's do anyone else. Okay. So I guess we'll just go over the products. Oh, first we're going to talk before we do that. I'm going to go over, no, we'll do the products first, then we'll go over the objections. So I haven't done this in a while, so if I forget anything, just step in. But so Plexus Slim was actually started in 2006, and it was a breast health company. It was called Plexus Pink. And all they had was this. And then they eventually got the body cream. I don't know if we have it over here. It was called the breast cream. That's okay.
I forgot it.
I probably have it. I might have it over there, but that's okay. So it was just a breast health company only. My diamond ambassador, who's at the top rig, is Sarah Marble, and she joined when it was a breast health company, and she just did on her free time, just sharing at little events like do your breast checks. But it basically is 5 times magnification for you can feel lumps more. I was going to ask for a plate of salt, but if you have a plate of salt, it feels like marbles under there, almost like little pebbles. And so this is important. It was on the doctor show, and it was actually a show about men that had breast cancer. So they're saying every household should have this, and some doctors have this in their office, but we won't go too much in that. And then it was called the breast cream, but now it's called the body cream because they found a bunch of other uses for it. It's got a spirulina algae, right? And it's a natural detoxifier, and it helps reduce cysts in the breast, and it helps the flow of your lymph fluid. So I did not truly believe this either, but I started using it, and I did have a lump. I never did breast checks, but I thought, well, I better since I'm in this company now. So, and I did find one, and I used the body cream religiously, and it's almost non-existent now. So I love it. I had a breast lump when I started, and I used it 6 months between my next ultrasound. Yeah. So I do believe also that I stopped drinking Diet Coke. So I've heard that caffeine can make your breasts more fibrous and lumps. So they changed the name to body cream so that men can use it too, because it is an anti-aging. It's got an activated charcoal in it. It's awesome for sunburns. You wouldn't even believe my husband he refuses sunscreen, and he'll have like that red purpley sunburn, and we just keep putting it on. He doesn't even peel. So it takes the burn out, and it helps relieve the redness and the peeling. What else?
I've had age spots that slowly are going away. Like I get those when I get a sunburn on my face. It's like they all show up. They go away in the wintertime, but since I'm starting to use it, they aren't there anymore.
You're right. Stretch marks,
marks, age marks, and kind of it's the activated charcoal. So anytime you see these expensive skin creams, that's always the ingredient. And ours is. And it comes in a small bottle. I mean, it's probably the size of this, but it lasts forever. You only use a little bit. It goes a long way. So then in 2008, I believe, they partnered with Plexus Slim, and they changed the name to Plexus Worldwide. The founder, Dave Brown, he made Plexus Slim originally. It wasn't called that, but it was a supplement for type 2 diabetics to come off their meds and their insulin in a natural way without, all the harsh side effects. But what they found was not only did it regulate everyone's blood sugar in their study, all their cholesterol went down, their blood pressure, and they all lost some degree of weight. So they're kind of like, well, what's in this that's making people lose weight? So he said it takes multiple years to get FDA approval, and it's considered a supplement. So that's why you'll never see it as a medication. No supplements, vitamin, nothing's ever FDA approved, but it is FDA regulated. So they decided to start it and partner up with Plexus Pink because they say 30% more likely to get breast cancer if you're overweight. So they market it kind of as a weight loss. You'll see on the package, it does say lose weight in inches by burning fat, not muscle. But it does have the blood sugar, cholesterol, and lipids at healthy levels. It increases your willpower for food, and it reduces binge eating. So it's marketed weight loss, but like we're saying, it does so much more. It's all just about body balance. And a way I kind of like to explain it, because I'm kind of one that wants to know how it's working or why. At first I didn't care if it was just working, but it regulates your insulin, and your insulin is the major hormone in your body that regulates all of your other hormones.
So you'll see testimonies, and we do not claim to treat, cure, diagnose, prevent anything, but the reason why you'll see people with thyroid issues, their thyroid's getting better, it's because their hormones are regulating. Women with PCOS or, time of the month issues, their hormones are regulating. Like my neighbor, she wasn't having hot flashes, her hormones are regulating. So when your body's in balance, you can start then burning fat and losing weight, and you don't have those dips during the day where you feel like I need a nap or I need a snack or I need a Starbucks, So that is why Carol doesn't want her chocolate anymore. Like she has that level blood sugar all day long, and her body's not saying I need this right now. So that's kind of how that works. So they started coming out with the other, and they've added a bunch of other products to. We just have a few products, but all just to kind of go along with this. But for weight loss, I'll stick on that category. We have the Accelerator and the Boost. These are for someone who wants to lose weight a little bit faster and they want a little more energy. This has no caffeine, no stimulants, nothing in it. These both have a green tea caffeine extract, and their ingredients are a little bit different, but they're going to boost energy and give you a bit faster results. I never recommend these with anyone with blood pressure issues or heart issues, because it does have the caffeine, and it can temporarily raise your blood pressure. So those can be, and it's kind of personal preference, So if you're kind of wondering, some people try one, if they don't like it, you can get your money back, try the other. So, and then the other one in the more weight loss category is the Block. This is one of our newer products, and it blocks 48% of your sugars or that you eat from turning into, 48% of the carbs you eat from turning into fat in your body or sugar. So it's blocking the enzymes that turn the carbs into sugar. It's great for diabetics too that are still not having a lot of control over their sugar. It's not like that. Remember the Ally that blocked fat? It's not the same thing. This blocks the sugar. So it's got to be taken 30 minutes before a meal though. So it's got to, you can't take it right before. So you got to remember to take it.
That's a good thing to keep in your purse.
I keep it when I go out to eat. As soon as you order, you can pop 2. And this is Block.
You're having a cheat meal.
Yeah. It's good for if you're going to have a high carb meal. It's probably not good, if you.
So we're the same as Ally?
No, because the Ally gave you all those side effects, So it's different. It blocks the enzymes in the stomach. And now I have heard a few people say it made them feel a little bit more bloated. As it goes in the stomach, it expands a little. So
can be being extracted in it. But also type 1 diabetics, like the Slim and that alone is really good for sugars, because again, helping you regulate your sugars. And surprisingly enough, and I have no idea why on this answer, but many smokers have been able to quit smoking or at least reduce their cigarette intake after taking Block and Slim. I don't know why.
That's
but it's
awesome.
a neat little
I never knew that.
Sarah before he quit smoking, that was just Slim.
Okay.
It took him a while, but she said one day woke up and didn't want a cigarette. So crazy. And then before I get into gut health, I was going to explain that, but I'll talk about our vitamin. This is a good alternative if someone just wants added energy. It is our multivitamin, but it's got the B vitamins and it has aloe in it. So it's got all of your vitamins you need, but the aloe helps absorb all of your vitamins by almost 400%. So this isn't like a vitamin you get over the counter where you take a vitamin and like your pea's bright yellow, you're like extra, you're getting rid of all that. This, you're actually absorbing all of it. So I almost get as much energy from this as you do as the Accelerator. It's also got the blackcurrant New Zealand extract, which is, they say, a more potent antioxidant than blueberries. So for me, I noticed just my hair grew fast, my nails grew fast. I've always had really brittle nails, skin healthier. And it not only does that, but absorbs all your food and the nutrients in your food better. It's going to absorb your medications if you're on them or your Plexus products better. So I swear, when we take this religiously in the winter, we're not sick this long with the ProBio. And when I forget with the kids, they get sick. So I love this.
What's that called?
X Factor. Yeah.
My
You
hair
take
would never grow past here. And since I started that, I go in and I have to have it cut because it grows so fast.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I started, my hairdresser was like, wow, why is your hair growing? Like, so, yeah, it's a very, very good multivitamin with those two things. Oh, and there was a chewable for the kids. So who's heard of Candida or leaky gut? So you're gonna see more about that. It's getting more and more popular, but this is one, like, I did not believe this when I started. Like, I'm a nurse, so I was very into the Western medicine. If you have something wrong with you, just take your medications and be done with it. And I'd see all these people coming in with all these supplements, and I'm like, seriously? Like, I didn't really see it doing anything. I saw a lot of people with Crohn's, getting part of their colon taken out. And but what I've seen about this is it does work, because I've seen people completely get transformed, their lives and their health. So I'm going to go over a little bit about Candida, and then I'll explain why these help. But so everyone's born with, you have good bacteria in your gut, you have bad bacteria, and you have like a little microscopic amount of Candida yeast. And they say the reason that you have Candida is because when you die, it decomposes your body. So just like a mushroom on a tree is a fungus, it's going to bring the tree down the ground. That's what it does in our body. It's not meant to take off and overgrow. However, because of, the first time you get an antibiotic, it kills the bad bacteria, what it's supposed to, which you probably need it, but it also kills the good bacteria. And it allows the Candida to overgrow because it feeds on dead things. So it becomes like a smorgasbord in your gut, basically. So we all have it. It's just to varying degrees. So when you said you started it and you felt awful, it's because it was all dying, and it produces a gas, and it just, so you have to slowly kill off the Candida. But what it does, when it gets out of control, it produces microscopic little holes in your colon, and it seeps out into your bloodstream. It might come out, for me, in the form of warts, acne. I had bad acne. It might come out in psoriasis or eczema, rheumatoid arthritis. It might go in your joints and be rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia. I don't know if anyone they know with fibromyalgia, but it's something they came in the hospital all the time with. Doctors can't explain it. They're just in so much pain. It's usually, all those things are a Candida issue. And I'm not saying it's the cause of everything, but it's a cause of a lot of things that, what the doctors do though, and now I'm saying it's becoming more popular, they're starting to treat and give probiotics, but doctors usually will just turn your immune system off with steroids, which doesn't solve anything. It just, makes the problem worse. It makes you mask the thing that's going on. Maybe it's going to help your eczema for a while, but then it's going to come back because the root issue is inside. So that's kind of what Candida is. And it can be, like I said, varying degrees. It also makes you crave carbs and sugars, sweet tooth, because it feeds on that too. So you're going to want more sugar and carbs. Also, like, it took me about 3 months, but I did not want any, like, I'm a salty person, like chips and stuff. So it took a while, but then I didn't want that kind of thing. So there's probiotics everywhere. Like, you're going to see them at Walmart. And so a lot of people ask the difference. The Probio 5 is our probiotic. The reason it's different is that it has enzymes that go down in your gut and it kills the Candida. You can buy them all separately online, but it costs you a lot of money. So this is the only one that's got it all into one. So it's giving you the main probiotics to replace the good bacteria, and then it's killing the Candida. So you want to start out super slow and just take one. And I've even had people have to put a half dose because they felt real bad. So, but I would say I never felt anything. I'd say 1 in like 3 or 4 do feel bad. And I always tell them, okay, don't worry, that's a good sign because it means it's working. I didn't feel really anything. I don't think you did either. You said.
I didn't either.
But then you can increase to 4 and then go down. It also has a grape seed extract, which is an antifungal. So a lot of people are on other probiotics and then change. What I asked you is, did you notice any difference when you're on your probiotic? If no, then it's probably not doing a whole lot. And the thing is too, you have to kill it faster than you're feeding it. So if you're taking one of these and then eating, lots of donuts and, you're feeding it faster than you can kill it. So it takes time. With the Slim in this, like we say, the triplex is amazing. That is the Slim. This is what Carol just started on, the Probio and the BioCleanse, because that is going to help your carb cravings. And also at the same time as you start eating less carbs and bad food, it's going to start killing off that Candida. So it takes time, but it's all about fixing, the root issue. So this is like the trash collector, and then the BioCleanse is like the trash hauler. So this is going to get rid of all the bad stuff, and you don't want to just sit there, as dead matter. So this is going to help flush it It's not really a cleanse. You can take it every day, but if you take too many, it can act that way. And it's basically a magnesium supplement. And most of us are magnesium deficient, so that's the reason. If you get too much magnesium, it will just flush out. So that's why it can be more of a flush if you take too many. So that's why I always say start slow. Like my happy dose is 2, and then my husband, who had more IBS issues, he needs 4 he takes 2 in the morning and 2 at night. So these 3 right here are like the awesome triplex. And then for the ultimate health, we call that like the Fab 4, and then these extra ones for weight loss. And then the very last category, we have Plexus 96. Oh, I have that. And it's on back order though. But people that do need some help with meals or snacks that are healthy, we do have Plexus 96 calorie shakes. You can mix it with water or whatever you want. I think they're delicious. I give them to my kids with frozen bananas and mix it in. Yeah, low carb, and it is 15 grams of protein. Yeah, lots of vitamins and minerals. So there's vanilla and chocolate. And then the other category is our E's, and they just changed the name to be friendly to our Canadians that want it. So I guess it couldn't say Ashlie for some reason. They're picky, but this is an amazing anti-inflammatory. So people that have either chronic pain or acute pain, this can replace your Tylenol, ibuprofen. But like for many too, it can replace their narcotics. But you have to low dose with it if it's chronic pain. And it's the ingredient that makes it so awesome is the New Zealand green lip mussel. So it is a shellfish, so you can't take it if you have a shellfish allergy. But what it does is not masking the pain and causing all the side effects like kidney and liver damage. It's actually going to the source of the pain. So like mom, you had the knee surgery. And
yeah, I have one artificial knee, but then my other knee was going bad. And so I started taking that before, because I was going to have knee surgery. Yeah, and I could not sleep at night. And I got on that, and it really helped me a lot.
That's the combo that my mom and dad swear by. My dad also does the nerve damage, but he had a knee replacement and then was on a second knee replacement surgery. And his first one was rough. He was out of work for a really long time. And the second one, his doctor was blown away at his recovery. But the cream is good because when you wake up, you're so achy, and it kind of gets rid of that initial nagging that just makes it really hard to get out of bed. But that's kind of helps with the initial, and then the low dose of the other thing just helps them manage their pain. My dad has been in pain management classes. Like he's a true addict. He's had pain his whole life. And those 2 products that are under $50 have done it all. I mean, it's crazy how awesome they are. And they're not doing damage to his liver. It's his kidneys or however that works. I don't know, but
right.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Right. Dr. Harris is he's our medical advisor for Plexus. It's the most potent anti-inflammatory out there. So it's pretty awesome. And I know mom, she was even on Percocet, and that wasn't working for her pain. So there is a loading dose, and there's instructions on the back. But like for me, we just use it for general aches and pains, just replace your Tylenol. So it looks like this though. This is the old bottle, but this is the cream, and they kind of go together. So if you have a pain, say like an achy knee, you can rub the cream on, and then you can put this on. And this isn't like icy hot, but it does have a little menthol smell. So if anyone wants to come try it, you can.
Yeah, you can pass it around.
Yeah. I think it's on. So the cream though, I use that literally all the time. It's good for bug bites. We get so many of those here. Like literally, when Ryder had those all in his head last night, he had bug bites, like huge welts, and we doused his head with Ashlie, and you couldn't even feel them this morning. They bumped their head or their elbow. I rubbed Ashlie on it. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Brady got ants in his pants one butt. He did it all over his butt. Like he was crying his butt. Oh, poor thing. And I rubbed that on. He was fine. So it's going to take the redness out. What else? Oh, it can also be used on sunburns to take the red and the burn out. I usually put that on first, and I put the body cream. But that one's awesome. I literally, with kids, use it all the time. And then the only one, we don't have to talk about is the fast, or it's just called Nerve Health. And that one is made for any type of nerve pain. So people that have neuropathy, like the numbness and tingling, numbness in their feet, or say you had a back injury and you've got that shooting, radiating pain, it takes time, but it actually helps regenerate the nerve growth. So over time, you'll experience less and less pain, and you'll start to get the feeling back. And we're gonna try that on my uncle too. I've heard so many awesome stories.
He's in bad health.
He's diabetic, neuropathy, and he's just getting started too. So he's gonna have an amazing testimony.
Yeah, when I get home from Minnesota, his life's gonna be hell. I'll be slipping your drinks.
Get some pink lemonade. Does anyone have questions? That's all the products we have, I believe.
Ash, I do. On the Candida, do you ever get rid of that, or does that just keep reproducing?
You get it under control. Like, you'll never completely get rid of it.
Because you need it.
Right. I mean, so when we started, you can all do this if you want. It's not 100% accurate. So I don't like to say it because you may have, like, just because you pass the test doesn't mean you don't have it. But in the morning, like, if you'll put a glass of water next to your bed, just tap water. In the morning, before you brush your teeth, take a drink, spit into it, and watch what it does. If it sits white and foamy on the top, chances are you're probably okay. Like, you don't have it too bad. But if it grows tendrils and legs and just sinks to the bottom, even if it takes a few minutes and then it starts sinking, then it's because it's in our spit. And that's what's in our intestines. So,
But if you Google Candida, it gives you a list of what all the symptoms are. And it's crazy how many of them we all have. And you don't realize you're not supposed to feel like that.
I thought I was healthy.
So when you spit it back, you know, it can sound like a movie. You got the tail
Tendrils
coming
go
out.
You got the
I thought,
It's a horse.
It's coming for me.
honey, you are not taking that again.
Oh.
So you just swish it around your mouth like you're.
Yeah.
Just your own spit.
Yeah.
Oh, your own spit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I
no
just bring it up. Okay.
clarification.
I'll find it, but I have a picture in here somewhere. But yeah, you're just gonna spit into the cup, just before you take a drink or anything,
Gotcha.
and see what it looks like. And you just wait like 15 minutes. If it stays on the top, you might be okay. And it's not 100%, of course, but
Right.
I know mine was just kind of like, boom, right at the bottom, like, oh man.
I have an example of that too, of like, is the Candida still there? Like, I used to have really bad eczema on my hands, like steroid cream, freak out on my hands, I'd always be itching. And so I started taking the Plexus products, and they honestly didn't help completely for a long time, because apparently I had it really bad. So I kept on taking it, and then when it was better, but not as good as I wanted it to be. And so I finally realized, I'm not taking the loading dose anymore. Maybe I should up my probiotic. So I did. So I did for a long time, and finally, if you look at my hands,
They're gone. Yeah.
They were just like red and splotchy, and they would bleed and itch, and it was just miserable. And so now I feel like I have better control on it. And sometimes I get a little flare, but it's nothing like it was. So it's just that controlling it, and sometimes mixing up the products. Like, I realized I wasn't taking enough for a while, and now I feel like I can take. Well, now I'm just taking 2 a day. So it's something that you can kind of pay attention to, what your symptoms are and how you need to.
Things you don't think are related. Like, I've had hormonal acne forever, and I was on prescription medication, and I don't have to take any of it anymore. So, all just by getting your gut health in check.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question concerning the volume. You were saying that little bottle goes a long ways. Can you buy it a higher?
No, because it's all natural, so it expires.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the more I buy, the less the price would be.
Right.
Yeah,
I wish.
That's what
Like,
I'm
I
getting
actually
at.
wish the
The more you
probiotic
sell,
would some of them
Yeah.
bigger.
So you have
Where
all
you
these
top
different
it up, but
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
bottles. Okay.
Yeah.
Brendan, did I interrupt you too? I think I started talking. Did you have a question? Sorry, I interrupted you.
I was just gonna ask, what all do you use for kids?
For kids?
Technically, none of them are made for kids except for the chewable.
Okay.
However, it's just because they were made and tested on adults.
Sure.
We have a lot of people with doctor approval. You can take all of them except, probably the accelerator, the boost, the block, the weight loss ones. My pediatricians approved the ProBio 5, and I do give them the Slim. There's nothing in it to hurt them. I mean, we have a lot of kids, behavioral mood problems that take the Slim, and it's helped them a lot. So there's tons of kids. I would just say get doctor approval, but there's nothing in it that's going to hurt anyone. It's much better than a lot of things the kids are eating and drinking anyways. Okay, Red Bulls, Monsters, and but I let my kids sip on mine. They love it. They call it pink drink. So.
My grandkids
Or pink juice. They call it the pink juice. So
out of mine. Yeah.
So
yeah.
what is your, when you say children, what are you thinking? Like 12 and under, 10 and under?
I'm 18 and under. Yeah, but we have.
So these products would be.
Well,
With the
technically,
15,
the
16
company says, they're for 18 and above.
Oh.
But if anyone asks me, like, we even have a 1-year-old or 2-year-old, they've got bad eczema. I say, go bring this to your doctor, show them the ingredients, and I'll show them tests. We've got a lot of kids that take it. But, show them these testimonies, and then you probably start with just either a quarter or a half of the ProBio, mix it with something they eat, like a yogurt or something. So
we have two teenage daughters. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My daughters.
they could easily do one Slim. My nephew just started it for his ADHD, and he's 11. He takes the whole Slim, and he started the probiotic, one probiotic a day. So I'm hoping it helps him.
My 16-year-old does the Slim for headaches. So when she got off the Slim, her headaches came back. So it does balance her out as well. So
Kind of think of
Yeah.
evening them all out.
yes.
Yes, I'm gonna be so happy.
I'm hearing all these under the table testimonies. I'm wondering if this is okay.
Yeah, I know.
I think as a company, they just are really careful.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they all
You would want that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would say. I'm not going to say go give it, because we have breastfeeding and pregnant women that take it too for different reasons. I'm going to tell you, we have people do it, but take it to your doctor to be safe. Yeah. Any other questions?
There's even people who give it to their dogs.
I know.
I gave the probiotic to my dog. I did. She was flaky and her hair was falling out in clumps after surgery. And I think she's on she's on 2 different antibiotics. So, I think she had some Candida. So I gave her every other day. I know, is this crazy or what?
Well, our dog had a prescription for dog probiotics.
Yes.
They were crazy expensive.
I put on peanut butter on a biscuit.
Our dog had such bad gas. They're like, well, we're going to prescribe him some dog probiotics. Like, gosh. I was supposed to give him ours.
Yeah, so just as long as they don't taste it, because if it opens up, it tastes bad. But I put on peanut butter on a thing, and I gave it to him every other day. In a week, it was gone. I think it was 2 weeks. It was gone. So it worked. I mean, it's not like I still do it. I also gave JC the fast relief because she was in so much pain after her surgery. So she's an old dog.
I drink my kids drink it in the ice cubes that are left. I'll put it in the dog bowl. So I thought they get a little bit of it.
You're sure?
I'm very tricky.
Yeah.
You're thrifty. That's what you are.
Yeah. So we're going to go over a few questions that most people have. First one is it expensive? So who here has any vices? Yeah. So mine was Diet Coke. And I know that was yours. Call you out.
Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks. But I mean,
Chocolate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're like my friends smoking. So who has spent money on medications? Yeah, exactly. And then who has a gym membership and never goes?
We're calling each other out on things.
Yeah. So these are just little ways to see it as being not expensive, because for me and many, it's helped us change our cravings and giving you the energy to actually go for a run and maybe use your gym membership or get that money back and actually run outside, or also wasting food. You go out and buy all that healthy food and then you don't want to eat it and it goes to waste. So yeah, it reduces your cravings for all that bad stuff. And then the other one is, will it work for me? And that's another one that everyone asks. And I was super skeptical too. And the only way you can find out is trying it yourself. And you've heard us, it worked for us. It's still working. But we do have a money back guarantee as well. So as a customer, you can try it for a whole 2 months. And if you don't like it, you can get all of your money back. So that's kind of nice. And then we kind of went over the FDA. A lot of people ask me, is it FDA approved? And if you've ever taken a multivitamin or anything over the counter, none of it's, none of those supplements are FDA approved. But we are FDA regulated. We follow all the guidelines of the FDA. FDA approved means it's a medication. You're going to see it on TV with all those lists of side effects and all that. And I'll tell you that does not mean it's safe, because I've seen people die as a nurse because of FDA approved medications. And the 2 years in Plexus, I've never seen anyone have anything bad happen. Maybe there might be someone takes the accelerator, get the jitters, you get some of those little side effects, but I've never seen anything bad happen from Plexus. And that goes along with the, is it safe? So it is all natural ingredients, and it's stuff that's good for you, I believe. And then I'll let you go ahead and go over the business objections.
Okay.
There's just a few of them.
Okay. First, I'm excited to talk about the business because it really is an amazing opportunity, as we call it, opportunity of a lifetime. And I always thought that was a cheesy catchphrase that everyone used, but it really is. I mean, I've seen it not only in my own family, but friends, and I mean, just the company itself is just so just a right-on company. A few objections, though, that some people that are on our list to talk about. Is it expensive? One thing I love, too, about, first of all, has anyone ever been in network marketing before? Yes, there we go. So, first of all, I love network marketing now. I have never been in one before, but you always hear bad things about them. And I think in the past, they maybe have been done poorly. So they kind of get a bad rap. But network marketing as a whole has really grown as an industry. I've read several books on it now and understand the concept, and it's just an amazing way to do a business. And Plexus, in particular, is the cream of the crop. I mean, they really know how to do it, and the people who set out who made the comp plan set out to do it how it could be done and should be done. So this really is an amazing thing. So to sign up to be an ambassador, it's $34.95. So that's like a night out for dinner, it's a movie. It's, nothing.
When Jared Abart says it's a bad meal at Chili's.
Exactly. No,
I don't have bad meals there. I love that.
And it's also not something that, you can sign up to get a welcome pack, which I definitely recommend. It's the one-time way to get your products at below wholesale pricing. But that's all that you ever buy in inventory. Like, you do not have to have a closet full of products and hope that you can sell them. It is completely an internet-based business. So the only products in my home are the ones that I take. So if anyone wants to buy from me, they buy from my website, and it's all online. They're going to order it, and it's going to come straight to their house. I don't have to get it to them. I don't have to worry about taxes. That's another huge thing with other companies that is stressful to ambassadors. The company charges taxes. They do it. It's done. So it's a really smooth running machine and to do it. So another thing, though, is objections are like, I'm not a salesperson. I can't do this. I'm so not a salesperson either, nor am I a public speaker.
Yeah, I know.
And yeah, it's really simply, it's sharing. It's networking, especially women and men, especially women, though, we're good at this. We love our favorite pair of jeans, favorite restaurants, new products, new drink, you name it, we talk about it. And that's really all this is. It's just sharing products, what they've done for you, other people, and then the people make the decision, if they go to your website, not even to your closet, but to your website. So it's a great, you don't have to be a salesman. Don't let that be scare you, because most of us aren't.
I think it's better when
at
you're
all.
not.
Right, yeah, because you just talk, and the products do sell themselves, and as you have heard, they work. So it's an easy.
Celeste Gwynn's your diamond upline, right? And she's the top paid earner in the company. And one of things she said, she's like, I did not want to go to the place, where they're like, I do not need another candle. I do not need another purse. And she goes, now I'm totally the crazy Plexus lady, and I love it.
Right.
She was against it. She's like, I'm not doing that. But she's like, she loves it so much. She's like, I'll tell everybody.
Exactly. Yeah, just exactly.
Yeah.
On that note, though, parties. not that anything are wrong with parties, but I do love that I don't have to have parties. You know, we can have meetings like this, which is great. We love it. But it's not a party-based business where you have to go to someone's house and set up a certain time. I work on this when my kids are in bed, when I'm at the soccer game, as Teresa knows, we're texting about it. It's something that, it's just really good. So, again, I've tried network marketing before and it didn't work. I kind of touched that already, but this, again, if you have a bad taste in your mouth for network marketing, listen up, because you're going to be like, this is how it should be done. So I like it when people actually have had experience too, because they really get how good the compensation plan is and how it's set up. So, and if you haven't, then this is just, you're gonna have a good flavor in your mouth for network marketing. So I'm gonna talk about how to make money with Plexus. And I'm gonna hand out some.
Oh, yeah. This will be good for our new ambassadors too, because like I said, it took me 3 months to understand it, but
Even
you
older
hear,
ambassadors.
yeah, well, when I heard her explain it before too, I'm like, you said it so well. And there's a magazine up there, if you all have heard of the Inc. 500, we were the fastest growing company, number 8 last year. And that was out of all companies, not just network marketing. So it's pretty cool.
Was it like 16,000%?
Yeah, it was 16,500% growth. Or
That other magazine is Success from Home, where we were featured through the whole magazine. So
yes, if anyone wants to look through those, you can too.
Yeah, what I love, just side note too. So this is Morgan. Did you say that already about Morgan Stanley?
Oh no, I somewhat did. Yeah.
Yeah, Morgan Stanley. And they are Google and Apple and for their other
Facebook, I think.
Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're a private company, a client of theirs. We're number 8 in this whole magazine of businesses. So we're legit.
Yeah, Morgan Stanley doesn't take on scam.
They don't. Yeah.
Businesses.
If you have a pyramid thing or Ponzi thing, no. So hopefully I will clear any thing you have on that. So I'm going to go over. If you look at one, it looks kind of easy to read. The other one, sorry, it's really tiny. I meant to turn it on the printer, so hopefully you have your reading glasses on that. But go ahead and look at this one first. We're gonna basically go through this. And again, I love the products and I love the compensation plan, because not only are we helping people with their health and changing their lives physically, but to help our friends and family with their finances. I mean, like you said, who wouldn't need and enjoy and help $200 a month, $2,000 a month? We have the whole gamut. I mean, it's just wonderful to have this opportunity in people's hands and be the one to share it with. I'll tell a couple stories in a minute. But bottom line, we have commission-based money, and then we'll get to how you grow your team as well. But what's great about Plexus is there's 11 ways to get paid. I'm not going to go over all 11 because it'll just kind of go through over your head. I'm going to go over a few key ones, and we can definitely break that down, all 11, at some point. But first and foremost, commission. Anything from $100 to $500, you're going to get 15% of that. The first $100, I'll get into where that goes in a minute. $500 and up, you get 25%. So again, you don't need a team to make money right away. How Teresa got her Plexus products paid for right away, and how Nichole did too, and myself when we didn't have any ambassadors under our team, is we just shared the products and sold, and our products paid for. It takes a while to build your team.
Yeah, I didn't have anybody on my team for about 6 months, and I was still making money every month. So
yeah,
they don't have to do that right away.
Right. It's really neat to all the different ways. So yeah, 25% on that. When you do get level 1s, which I'll touch on more too, you do get 5% of their sales. Teresa, say hi, Teresa. She's my awesome level 1 who has high PV, and I get 5% of that. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you. So that, when you grow your team wide too, if you have a lot of level 1s, those 5% can really add up too. So that's just another way to do it. Another way, which I love too, is the welcome packs that I've mentioned before as well. So when you sign up as an ambassador and you pay your $34.95, you can choose either $100 or $200 welcome packs. And it's a variety of these products in your welcome pack to get you started. So on that, so for the $200 packs, the first 100 goes to the company, and then the second 100 goes to the levels above you, which is great. So when Teresa bought her $200 bonus pack, I got $50. Again, thank you, Teresa. And then above me, I'll show you this little picture here. Bobby is right. Heather and Bobby are married. This is another great thing too. As married couples, you can be in the business together. And we have a lot of double diamond, which we'll get to what diamonds means in a second too, couples. And not just diamonds, but everywhere in between. So it's neat because you can work the business together. They have a wonderful story that I love. But that being said, actually what I'll do since I have this picture, I'm going to start with Nichole when she signed up. Forget Teresa for a second. We're going to do Nichole. So when she does the $200 packet, Monica got $50. I also got $25. Bobby got $12. No, $15.
$12.50.
$12.50.
Yeah.
Just memorized. They're on the sheet too. And then Heather got about 10. Yeah. Roughly all about there. So it's really neat that, again, how network marketing works, and this goes across the board, for whatever product they have, they're not paying celebrities to endorse their products. They're not paying for commercials. They're not paying for advertisements. You're not going to see big billboards or Plexus anywhere. They're paying their ambassadors because we are their advertisements. We share the products. So they pay us, and they pay us very well. And this is one of the ways. And it's neat also, when we are helping your friends and family, when we go buy a probiotic, at Walmart or Target, our friends don't get commission even though they told us about it. Not the probiotic, but let's say the shirt or whatever. Here, we do. Like, I benefited when Nichole bought it. And those can really add up as your team grows, too. So, that's a really neat thing. Now, as you look here on this page, going back here, there's ranks in Plexus. When you're an ambassador, you just signed up. When you have 2 ambassadors, senior ambassador, and once you hit silver, it goes from silver to diamond. And there's a bonus each time. So when you reach silver, you get a $100 bonus. When you reach gold, you get $250, and so on up the line. Now, as you can see, you can get to the top. Again, like she said, you can go to Maui, you can get your car. Lots of great perks. And this is very doable, by the way, just in my little picture, just in my little upline here. Heather's diamond. Heather and Jen are both diamonds. Jen is the one who started it for a lot of us through my college. My whole college pretty much is in Plexus now. So they're both diamonds. He's senior ruby, I'm senior gold, and she's almost gold too. So it's not just the top people that you don't know. I have tons of people in all ranks that are making all kinds of money. So if you look, just note we'll go on the back. It gives you like a average income of Plexus. So let's just look at that little diamond real quick, just so we get a flavor for things. So this is the yearly income of a diamond. Can you read that? Does that sound like a lot?
Yeah. Imagine double diamond. Yeah.
I'm happy right here with my senior gold. I'm like, woohoo! So it goes along the lines, and you can look at that later, but it is on the back, and they are really on the lower end, even on there. So going back to the coolest part and the last part I'll share with, again, there's multiple ways. I'm not going over all of them today, except for one that I just forgot that I'm going to go back to before I get into the point system. One really neat thing of going back to your commissions. Somehow I skipped this. So you're getting those commissions from your customers, and there's preferred customers and retail customers. And I'll give you the pamphlet here to break down the prices. But retail customers means they just buy from you one time. That's it, one and done. There you go. Preferred means it's gonna auto ship to their house monthly. Most all these products, last about a month. So they're gonna get an auto ship, which they can cancel anytime. There's no fee for it, and there's no time frame that you have to do it. their price goes down significantly when they're a preferred customer. And what happens for us is we get a nice bonus each month. So they pay less and we make more. It's a really neat system. And on here, actually, mine looks different than yours. But on your sheet, and you don't have to look very closely right now, but there's like the preferred customer bonuses. So like on the Slim and the Accelerator, that's a popular combination. Each time one of my customers orders that through the auto ship, not only am I getting commission for their products, I'm getting that $18 bonus each time. Each month I'm getting an extra $18 plus commission. So on my reports for each month of how I get paid, like my just bonuses on this part is usually $200 to $300 just on the bonuses, not on the commission, not on the points, not on anything else. That's just that one part.
They add up quick.
They really do. I mean, and then I'm also getting paid on the welcome packs from all the people who've signed up. You know, my $12.50 or my $50 here and there. It just, there's all these little ways where, like Teresa said, she got her paycheck. She's like, what? Where'd this come from? Because they really all add up, but they break it down so you know how it works as well. Okay, so the coolest part and the most confusing part is what's our point system. So just kind of like hang with me while I try to explain it.
And this is how you get residual income.
Yes,
So,
this is like the crux of how you get to diamond. And first of all, sign up too. Everyone has their different goals in Plexus. You know, you may just want your product paid for. You may just want a few $100s. You may want to get to diamond, so you choose that. If you treat it like a hobby, you'll get paid like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, you will get paid like a business, and a good one. So it's up to you how you do that. How you're going to do that is through this point system and building a team. So you can make a good amount with just commissions and your bonuses and things like that. But to get to the top, if that's one of your goals, it's through this point system. So what it is, we get paid, was pretty much like a profit sharing. So every month we make millions of dollars as Plexus. And so half of that is divided, goes to running the business of Plexus and everything that goes into that. And the other half is paid out to all of the ambassadors. Now, you get paid on 7 levels. So we have 5 people here on this one too. So each person is worth a point to you. and I'll do something else in a second, but you go, for instance, if you look on the thing, to get gold, you need 100 points. So on your levels 1 through 3, you get 5 points each for them. And what it is, like in that pool of money, they break it down. It's usually around $3 a point is what it breaks down to. It kind of varies depending on how much the money or how much the company made that month. So like she's my level 2, so I get 5 points for her every month. So 5 times whatever the pay point is for the month, which is typically around $3. So $15 is what she's worth in the. It's so much more.
Worth.
You know, and she's talking points. Plus, you know, on her I'm getting my commission 5% and stuff too. But so that's $15 there, and it's 5 points. So on all your levels 1 through 3, you're getting 5 points for. And then, so when she's my level 2, Monica's in between us. And then, let me go back here. Let's start with Heather. So she's getting paid on Bobby, her husband, me, Monica, and Nichole. And so all those points add up, as you can tell. So if you look on your sheets there, to be senior gold, you need 250 points. Ruby, 500 points. Going back to gold, that would be about like 20 people on your team, just to kind of give you an estimate, you know? And that's not 20 people that you specifically have to assign yourself. So it's all of them. So Monica signed up Nichole. So I didn't sign up Nichole, but Nicole's on my team, and I get paid on her as well. And so Nichole also has other people on her team, which I get paid on as well, and so on. So it can really spread. So if you can do the math on here too, like 3,000 points times $3. What is that? Anyone do math?
What'd you say?
$9,000. Okay. In a month. So that'd be $9,000 in a month. And this is just the one out of the 11 ways that this person's getting paid.
Just through the points.
Just through the points. So
Our
this is
girlfriend, she said that her paychecks that she gets every month for these points are enough to buy a really nice car every month. I mean, it's a lot of money.
yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. And
Give me her car that way.
Yeah.
Which is a
Yeah.
free car,
And
too.
she's got a Lexus.
Yeah, and she's already driving the free Lexus. So,
And see, it's neat because, I mean, it's just broken down very well. And an emerald and sapphire diamond, we won't even get there. But just the points alone, as you can see, that can really spread. And it spreads really fast. I mean, we've both been doing it a couple of years. We have close to 200 people on our teams. Do the math on that one, 200 times 3. Granted, it goes down a little bit, but we won't get into that as well. Bottom line, it's a lot, and it can be a lot. So that's a huge part of Plexus and how so many people have been able to get in this rank here on that. So I'm going to stop real quick and ask the questions because that was really, I'm sure, kind of confusing.
Did that make sense at all, Carol?
Yeah.
A little bit?
I know, it's kind of like,
the points are confusing.
they are. Again,
It
there's
takes a while.
part, and yet they're like, what? At the same time. So, but ask questions. What did I, ask me something, please.
I was just noticing that this is effective from December 1st of 13, the compensation chart up
It's
here.
Okay.
it's just probably doesn't have all the products on it, I'm guessing. But
Yeah, the comp
But it's
plans
still-
never change.
It's
The guys that made it, they were in network marketing and, they were well seasoned with it. And they didn't like how, and see, I'm not familiar with other companies either, but you lose rank, like say, for instance, Mary Kay, when you get the car, you have to work to keep it. You don't lose rank. And they made it, they called a hybrid compensation plan so that people can make money right away and do the profit sharing, the pay points. Most companies don't have that either. So, for instance, I was looking, one of my friends does, it's more of a product base, they are like spa products, and they only get paid on their level 1s, just a percentage a little bit. They don't even get paid their level 4 till they get to the top of the company. Here we get paid 7 levels down, and you don't get paid the 7th level till you're what, Emerald?
I think so, yeah.
But I still get paid 5 levels down, which I only have like one level 6 and one level 7 anyways, so they're not, a whole bunch. But they made it so it would never have to change either, and the pay point is guaranteed to never be below $1.90. I think it is. So it's stayed for this long since the company's been, and they're debt free. The company has no debt.
My dad is a financial planner, like one of the top in the country. He's very well known in the industry. So I'm like, Dad, what do you think? First of all, he's like, all right, what are you doing? What are you guys yourself into?
Yeah.
But I made him come to a meeting of mine in Kansas City, actually, with Sarah Marble. And he sat and listened, and he's skeptic at heart completely too. And he said, I said, okay, what do you think? And he said, the best thing that I heard all night was they are debt free. Like, that is huge. It says so much for so many things. And so for him to have this blessing on what I do was huge from someone who knows money. We'll say that, that much.
Yeah.
So.
That's what Sabrina, she's one of on my team. She's a rock star. And I would never have met her if it wasn't through Plexus, because it's one of my best friend's cousins. And now she's like one of my best friends. But her dad, same way. He's a financial advisor and he does taxes. And she said, Dad, what do you think about this? And he goes, this comp plan, like, it looks amazing, because I'm going to tell you, because he's done all these people's taxes. He's like, you can't quit. If you're going to do this, you're going to do it. And she's like, okay. He's like, I see so many people just do it a few months and then quit. And she's taken that chart. She said, I'm never quitting. And she's on Sarah Marble's, who's our diamond, her top 10 every month.
Nice.
So, and her dad too was like, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
So
one thing too that I really like, because it's just such a blessing. Again, whether you make a couple hundred or thousands. And Heather and Bobby, I'm just going to tell you a quick story about them, and then another story, and then I'll be done. 5 more minutes.
you're good.
So Heather and Bobby. Heather's my roommate from college. I love her. She's a shy little thing too. So she's, if anyone's not a salesperson, it's her. So she's a diamond.
Wow.
That being said, 2 years ago, she wanted to lose weight, had no money. Her husband was a high school teacher and coach. They really were like, you know, thank you parents for helping us out when we need it, you know, like type. But she wanted to also lose weight, and so she took her Christmas money and bought the welcome pack and told Jen, who's the other girl in the picture, I'm buying this, I'm signing up as ambassador, but I'm not selling. She just said that clear, and now she's a diamond, which is just fun. That being said, though, she has 3 kids. She felt the Lord, they're a great Christian couple, she felt the Lord was calling them to foster. So they did the process, and they're thinking, okay, I don't know how this is going to work, but we just feel called to, so we're going to do it. They do the whole process and get their first foster baby, who was like 3 days old. And she put her in her arms, and she immediately thought, this is my child. Like, this is not a foster child, this is my child. Said, so I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but okay, here we go. Skipping a little bit later, they started the whole adoption process again, just praying, saying, okay, Lord, if you want this, let it work out. Like 6 or 9 months later, they got the call, okay, you can have her if you take her sister, who's 18 months older. She said, oh, didn't see that coming. So she said, okay, here we go. So they went from a family of 3 to a family of 5, very in a short amount of time, and unexpectedly as well. In this whole process, though, like when she held the baby, she had been starting her Plexus business because she put it on Facebook. She wanted to get the product paid for. She knew they worked. It just took off from there. Her team exploded. And she is now a diamond, and her husband is senior. But he used to literally get up at 4 a.m. to get to all the bus stops and be a bus driver to the kids he was teaching, and then go coach afterwards and like never be home basically and only making ends meet. And now he retired from teaching and they both stay at home with their 5 children now, run their businesses, and have the freedom to do that. And there's lots of little wonderful stories in between, but that's just a great story of how it's blessed them. You know, it's
That's
just,
awesome.
you know, and if Jen hadn't shared, you know, the opportunity and the products, I mean, that their lives would not be the same. They obviously just wouldn't. So I love that. And that being said, too, my last story, what I love about the levels, you know, not only like, awesome, I get paid on you, which is cool. Just hearing the stories and the people that come into your life is really neat. So my, Monica is my level 1. And then someone else from our college signed up under her because she knew her better. Like, she knew I was selling it too, but again, she knew Monica better. So she signed up under Monica. And then she told this other girl named Angela. So again, I'm getting paid on these people. I don't know Angela. Now I do. I've met her. What's neat about this is I would have never come in contact with Angela. Is my point. Okay, it took Monica, and then it took Melissa, and then it took Angela. Angela got in a car accident several years ago and is completely paralyzed from the neck down, except for her fingers. So I'll tell you when I do it. Let's break out the fingers too. But so she is in Colorado and started taking the products and feels so much better. She has more energy. She does not have restless leg syndrome anymore, even though she would have it, even though she didn't feel. It would be the residual, whatever you would call it. Mm-hmm. She did lose some weight, even though she can't work out. I mean, she's in a wheelchair, obviously, and she just felt so much better. She also, which is so neat too, she can use her fingers. So she posts on Facebook and is a silver ambassador, getting close to gold. So she is paralyzed from the neck down. Not only does she feel better, she's able to contribute to her family financially, which is in a way she would never. I mean, everyone is taking care of her, literally have to feed her. Like, she can't do this, just this. And she's an ambassador. I mean, how cool is that? You know, like, that's changing lives. When we say changing lives, opportunity of the lifetime, it really is. And it's because I shared and she shared and she shared. Because I can't reach everyone. You know, that's why we have teams. And it benefits people with their health and their finances, and stories of adoptions and buying land in India. There's a team, a team members of ours just last week. They were going to remodel their house, and they put it on hold because they somehow found out that there's this land in India that needed to be bought for an orphanage that couldn't be bought anymore. Something fell through. And so they just stopped it and bought the land in India instead. Just because they could. So just stories like that come in all the time where it makes you really appreciate and love this company and want to have everything to do with it.
There really is
from all
something to be
angles.
said about this group of people that attracts that type of people
Right.
too.
People wanting to help
I've met some of
people,
the
yeah.
neatest people through Plexus.
So caring, like everyone's a family.
Exactly.
Carol was just saying it. She's like, it just seems so family based. Or was it used to that? Like obviously, like we have kids.
They called me up and asked me to listen to this Catherine testimony. I mean, and Ashley's been asking me to do this for a long time. But her testimony, I sat there and cried. I was just, she has spent half her life in bed. It was because of her periods and whatever. And she was in a wheelchair or used a cane.
She had lupus, fibro,
she-
like all the.
Yeah, she had lupus and I mean, and after listening to her, I was so inspired that I thought, I can do this.
Mhm.
This girl had not been able to wear tennis shoes for 6 years because it hurt so bad when she walked. How long did she say, Ashlie, she was on it? From January to February, what was it, a month or something? And she was able to walk across her kitchen floor with no pain.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, she was supposed to get a hysterectomy, and now they said no, and she's gonna maybe be able to have kids, which was never in the future. She's lost 67 pounds. I mean,
She's
these
off
testimonies out
16
there.
prescriptions.
Yeah, she's gotten rid of 16 prescriptions and 20 over-the-counter prescriptions. I mean, the testimonies out there are just amazing.
Arianne and I were standing in line at our convention, and this guy behind us, everyone kept coming up to him and saying, "Oh, we need a picture with you. Your story was so inspiring." And finally, we turned around and we're like, "All right, so what's your story?" Like, we gotta hear this. Yeah, we're standing in line, and I full on like teared up because the story was so crazy.
Like his kids, you know.
He was in a wheelchair, couldn't go up the stairs to take care of his kids.
Oh,
I know. It like literally brings tears to your eyes, all of them.
we listened
Yeah.
to one the other night. This lady in 14 months has lost 247
What you were
pounds.
saying, I'm so boggled.
I know
just,
it.
Just how.
I mean, she was losing 10 pounds a week, but she was like 500 pounds. But she was only doing the slim at first.
Yeah.
That's all she did was just, and she said she felt
It's
great.
Shalina Brock. I don't know if you've ever seen her,
I
but
wouldn't know. I want to see her.
I posted the video on my Facebook. But yeah, she was also a person. She said she wouldn't go out of the house. She was very private. She was very shy. And now she's got she's doing videos, and she's like, I'm going in the pool with my family, not just being a spectator, you know.
Yeah, Ashlie asks me to follow her Tuesday testimony, but to me to follow her, she asked me to
It was
follow
after
her.
well.
I'm like, what? I don't have IBS
Oh
and
my
zits
gosh.
anymore. My story is super boring.
No, mine is too. Yours
I
is
don't know if I
not.
can follow her.
That's
Yeah, maybe that's something needed to hear.
yes,
Oh,
it
wow.
is.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Everyone's
That
is
was a tough one
different.
to follow, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Lots of people like, do I need a testimony? I'm like, really? No. My best business partner is my best friend Sarah, and she weighs 100 pounds. She never had weight to lose, but she's very passionate about it.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I love, and then I'll be quiet too, but since I didn't really share my testimony, mine is the same as Teresa's too. Migraines all the time in bed, like just yeah. Teresa knows. When you have migraines, you know that it's give me labor, please.
I had them growing
my
up.
third
They're
child
horrible.
had a migraine and labor going into it, and I'm like,
Oh,
I'm more worried about this migraine than having this baby. Can we please get rid of the migraine so I can have
Yeah.
this baby? That being said, though, one thing that unexpected besides my eczema, which is wonderful, and again, it took a while. It wasn't overnight, but it took a while. This little friend of mine, really talking about mood regulation. Like, I'm a pretty happy person. I'm not, overall, that's my disposition, but My mother-in-law has a joke. It's not a joke, but it was real. She'd always keep granola bars in her purse when she was around me. She knew if I got hungry, like that my mood turned quickly. So now that she we just live ourselves, it's just this inside joke. We have incidents. Like, don't we have an incident? Like, go eat your food. You know, my blood sugar it was very obvious when my blood sugar was low. Is my point.
Yeah.
This completely helps my mood. Like, I don't
Amen.
freak out when I'm hungry. Like, it's just, it does this, which is really nice for me and my family. Ask them. 2 of them are up there. I don't freak out as much when I do this.
That's so true.
It is. It's just, it's a good little friend.
I worked on the floor in the hospital, and it's busy. I mean, I was running 14 hours straight, didn't have time to pee. I'd have like at least a monthly meltdown, like in the bathroom, like leave me alone. And like 3 months in, I'm like, I haven't cried at all. Like, this is weird. Like, I'm handling things better. Like, I'm a happy person too, but I'd have that cry, like, you know, and cry it all out. And I'm like, I'm not crying anymore. It's weird. No, it's happy tears, right?
I'm such a ball baby. Sympathetic crier.
I hope though, from your stories and from our products and the compensation plan, you learned that, I mean, this $34.95 investment for all of us that did it. I mean, talk about a great in return, you know? I mean, the stories and the people and the money and the health, it was worth it. We are a first-class company. The products work. It's the right time, the right place. I mean, there's so many people. Everybody needs these products. How can you think of one person who can benefit from, if not just one, but several of these products? I mean, we need them. And so it's an internet-based business as well, which I love because it is flexible. Again, I can do this with my kids running around in my space. If you know me, I'm spacey and I'm all like this, and I get it done. You know, I get it done enough to have a good paycheck and to feel like I'm really a part of something special. So I hope that we communicated that to you. If you have any questions at all, definitely come to us. We are more than happy to break down any ingredient, any part of the compensation plan, kitchen touch with other stories if you have specific ailments and whatnot. Other than that, we'll do our drawings and then call it a night.
First drawing for
Yes, Women Accelerator.
Yeah. So this is for is it a 3-day?
Yep.
All right, for a 3-day sample. Let's see who gets this one. It's just, I should have known that. I put yours right on top.
Well, hey!
I didn't actually find it. That's how spacey I am.
Who's here first? You're in trouble. Don't say
something. I really. That's
kidding.
All right, so let's do an ambassador one.
Sure.
All right, you want to pick one? Why don't you pick it this time? Pick your friend.
Paula. I picked my mom.
Thank you. You know what? I have this. So why don't you pick someone else?
You want to give it? Yeah.
No.
Go ahead. We've got a
You have to
few.
sign up then.
I do have it. You want
Does Carol want it?
What is
Go ahead. Or we can do another dry. We have more of them too.
All right, so this is a fast release and 2-day pack. Is that right?
That's it.
Oh, there's 2. Shoot.
That was yours. You put back.
I know. I know.
They're still up for you.
Those I just thought could be separate if anyone's trying to fast release.
All right, so Slim and Block. Ambassador against.
Yeah.
All right.
Kelly.
Oh.
Thank you.
And one more ambassador.
As well, there might be one for each of them.
Yeah. Well, I got one already. So give it to this gentleman who never gets his name in.
You guys need to.
Oh, it's inspirational no matter what.
Yeah,
It's all about. Have you ever heard of Jim Rohn? he's totally inspirational. I mean, when I started, and you don't have to do network marketing, but just about life goals, and I listened to that, and I was kind of like, okay, I got that. Whatever today brings. I listened on the way to work. I've probably heard it now a few times.
We're gonna get rich off this.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was get healthy. That's all I wanted.
There's another
Yeah,
one.
well,
We have another giveaway for investors too, so.
all
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, there you
If she
go.
wants you to have it.
So we want everyone to walk away with something. Who didn't walk away with something?
You already gave me one. So.
Hannah.
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 Well, Teresa and Robbie.
Have you tried raising that?
Oh, I got that.
I want some of that pink lemonade. That's right.
Yeah, you want the pink lemonade.
It's the truth. I gotta stop this.